Hey guys, Pixar Prime 10 here with another video review, and today I am bringing you the Transformers Generations 30th Anniversary Generations, Megatron, and Chop Shop. If you guys saw my review of the Legends Bumblebee and Optimus Prime, you know I love those figures, and now I have Megatron, Starscream, so I can't wait to get these guys out of their packaging. So we flip it around on the back, you can see both of their tech specs, and right here on the left top we have a bio. Chop Shop has served the Decepticons for years, but not without some difficulty. Megatron does not take kindly, after all, to the way things seem to disappear around the Insecticon warrior. Chop Shop is a born thief with a compulsion to steal things that outweighs even his fear of the consequences should Megatron ever catch him. So it's more of a Chop Shop kind of bio more than Megatron. But very excited, you can see Megatron's got a tank mode. I guess that's a new thing. But he converts from robot to beetle weapon, to beetle to weapon, I don't know, but very excited, have Starscream too, but for now, let's get Megatron out of his packaging. Alright guys, so here I have Orion Pax out of his packaging, and before I show you him himself, I'm going to show you his comic book. So here is his comic book. You can see some very nice artwork of Orion Pax himself on the cover there, which he doesn't really look like that in the comic. Looks a lot older here than I think he really is, which would make sense because you'd think Orion Pax pre-Optimus Prime would be younger. So Orion Pax, you got Transformers Generations, and I'm not going to spoil much, but the story... Well, no, I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm not going to tell you guys anything of the story. I'm going to let you guys find out for yourselves, but I can tell you, whoever writes these things, who actually, it's right here, story by James Roberts, he does a very good job of making me want to, and no, that's not him into Optimus Prime, in case you got a little excited there. Well, I would imagine that's Optimus Prime, but I don't know. He does a very good job of making me want to buy the next comic in this series, because I don't know if the next toy, I think it's Bumblebee, continues this, but all I know is there's a really great story in here, and then there's a story that carries on, and I think I have to buy a comic if I want to finish, so he does a very good job of making me want to buy that, and if you want a really good laugh, go buy this, because the reason that he looks like that right there is absolutely hilarious. I love it. So, yeah, there's the comic, nothing special on the back, just plain black. But yes, very good comic, very good story. Yeah. But anyway, here is Orion Pax himself, and I've had this thing out of the packaging for at least 3 days now, and guys, I gotta say, I am in love with this figure. Now, let's start off by removing his weapons. Both his weapons, he comes with an ion blaster and an axe, which is weird, because they never specify him having an ion blaster, or... Well, he uses guns, but they never specify this in the comic, and he never even touches an axe in the comic book. So weird. But, I imagine that in the other comic books, he maybe has an axe. But here they are. This is the Ion Blaster, very G1-esque, do like this. Maybe some, like, I don't know, blue-lined paint apps would have been a little nice, something in the barrel. But this does look nice. And then this axe, I really do like. I love the orange translucent bits. It looks very Cybertronian. One thing that's kind of cool is that this part will be loose in his hand until it gets to this little thickened part right here, and then it'll be all tight, and then there's a peg on that side for the vehicle mode. So, very cool, and I also like, I don't know if this is just laziness instead of, like, coolness, but this part isn't really painted, so it doesn't look that black, so it does look like just a full blade. So, yeah, I find that very cool. If you are so compelled, you can take the gun and peg it into there, like that, so I guess leave that like that. But, setting this gun off to the side, here is Orion Pax's vehicle mode. Very Optimus Prime-esque, even though it's not really Optimus Prime. And then very, sorry, it's not pegged together. Very Cybertronian truck-looking. I really love these fins in the back. That is so cool to me. I think that looks very nice. Windshield here with, he's a little lopsided. That's not good. I don't know, I'm not very good at transforming him into his vehicle mode. You can see a little Autobot logo inside there, some silver detailing, and how, like, this blue thing comes down in front of the grill. I really do love this vehicle mode. This is what it looks like. In the comic, he had a trailer, which he could attach to, which was a very cool trailer. I really hope a third-party company might bring that to us. Up here, you can see that there's a little black spot where his head's gonna flip up. I really don't know if I think they might be doing a throwback right there to G1, how the G1 Optimus Prime had something on the top of the truck right there. If they are, that is very cool. But, if you want to say that opens up, it does, but that's part of the transformation. I just did that by accident. But, to do the transformation, what you want to do is you want to take his arms and pull these up, untap them from his back section, I guess. I like how it's not really pickup truck, or not a pickup truck, a semi-truck, but it's more like a pickup kind of truck, I guess, because I do like how it has a back. That is very nice. Take these arms, swing them out to the side, take this, fold that up, take these, separate these, fold these out to the side, and come back here, take these feet from underneath his legs, and rotate them out so they're facing forward. And the phone is ringing. And his leg fell off. That's, in case you guys don't know, that's not a good thing, and you do not want that to happen. So we're going to pick his leg back on like so. Take his foot, rotate it out, and I really hope I didn't just loosen up the leg by popping that off. Take this down, and accordion this up like so. And I do like that, how it comes up like this. Very much. I think that's very cool. Reminds me of someone else's transformation, but I honestly can't even put my finger on it. We're going to come up a little bit, just so I can give you guys a better look. Sorry about that. Take this, kind of bring this up, or, well, yeah, and then, well, this is a little tricky. Take that up, take these tires, and flip them to the back. And, push that down, rotate his waist around, and it's kind of dark, you guys can't really see it, huh? Sorry, I was trying to fix the lighting for you guys, but take his head, rotate that up and make it click, and then rotate this forward, and then there's a little notch right in there that attaches to his little mirror on the inside, and then rotate that, and then there's a little peg, rotate his fists out. Do the same on his other arm. Rotate that out. And unless I am mistaken, ladies and gentlemen, here we have... Oh, wait, I am mistaken. Take his chest. Push that all the way down. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here we have Orion Pax in his robot mode. Now, this robot mode, I like the vehicle mode. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I liked his his vehicle mode. But I absolutely love his robot mode. This is, oh my gosh. It's so Optimus Prime-esque, yet it doesn't look like Optimus Prime. I love it. I love the little throwback with the orange, or the yellow arrows on his arms. I love the little Autobot logo embedded in his windshield. I love this silver lining on his chest. This whole chest section, like if I can do it, that right there, or that, I'm trying to get it. This section just looks so out. I love how it goes up, like out. Love the crotch section, and I know that sounds extremely creepy now that I think about it. And, you know, I just love it. Now, one thing I'd like to say straight off the bat is these things on his arms, I don't mind them. They look pretty cool, actually. But, this one I can get to slide off. I was looking at him like, that looks like it might slide off, and it did. Now, in the comic book, he doesn't have this, even though he has it on the illustration. He does not have this on his arm. This one I actually can't get off. If I forced it, I probably could, but I don't want to break anything. So it's up to you guys, honestly, what you think looks better here. I do like how it's a little more cartoon accurate, or not cartoon, comic book accurate if you take that off. But I like it on. I think it looks cool, so I'm going to leave it on. The head sculpt is so perfect, in my opinion. I'm really actually upset that I can't get a good picture of his head for you guys. He has such a nicely molded head that it really does look like a non-Optimus Prime, yet this guy looks like Optimus Prime, but he's not. But you can tell he's not, which is great. I mean, people like my sister, if I go up there, hey, who's this? She'll be like, oh, that's Optimus Prime. But it's not. Some things that kind of bother me, well, actually, Honestly, nothing bothers me about this figure. I love him. Let's run down his articulation. His head is on a ball joint, so you can get it looking up slightly, especially if you tilt it to the side a little bit more. He will rotate left and right, but this big thing in the back kind of blocks him in some areas. His shoulders go in and out and forward and back. They have a cut right there. His elbows are on ratchet joints, and then his hands have very good articulation. Because of the articulation of his hands, I've been getting some very good poses. They articulate here, and this actually goes in and out, so that gives you some great articulation poses. His waist swivels, hips are on a ball joint. There's a little sliding joint right there. His knees are on a moving joint. His ankles right in there are on a ratchet joint, and then down there on a ball joint. This guy has some really good articulation, and let's bring back his weapons, which is his gun and his axe. Even though the gun is in the right hand on the box, for some reason I like putting it in his right hand in here. So we're going to put that in there. We're going to put that in there. And that just looks awesome. So, like I said, I have been able to get some really good poses, and my phone is going off again. Like I said, I'm sorry about that. I have been able to get some really great poses out of him. Just because, like, he really does have some great articulation, overall. I mean, hang on, just, if I do that. I mean, this is the classic that pose, but it's still awesome looking. It's so heroic looking, and I think that really does just look fantastic. Another really cool pose you can get is if, like I said, when you pull his axe out from that little section that tightens, it becomes loose. So if you actually pull this down to here, bend his hand in, and then kind of bring this over here, and bring this down, you can kind of have a heroic, like, he's just finished fighting in battle, and now he is resting with his axe, resting on his shoulder, gun at his side. Orion Pax has just finished slaughtering Decepticons, even though he probably wouldn't be slaughtering Decepticons, considering he works in a library. But, he does fight in the comic book. I really do like this figure. Another actually cool pose that I love to do with him. This is actually something that I might even display him in. Because of the great articulation in hands, you can absolutely get him double wielding his axe, which gives you this awesome effect of a double-handed, double-wielding, I don't know, over-the-head axe shot. This does look amazing, and with the gun and the axe combined, you can get some really amazing poses. I've actually done so many of them, but I'm not going to go through them all right now, because that would honestly take a long time. I'd come up with so many. But, great figure, great articulation, and overall a fantastic look for a great figure. If you guys, I mean, I have Megatron now, Hoist, and Optimus Prime, or I'm sorry, not Optimus Prime, Orion Pax. And honestly, if I had to recommend one of them to you guys, it would be Orion Pax. He's the most recognizable. I'm sure kids themselves would probably want Bumblebee a little bit more, because I'm sure they'd probably think this is Orion or Optimus Prime. Get him and look at the packaging and be like, who's Orion Pax? No, I don't want him, Mommy. Mommy, get me Bumblebee. Bumblebee's cool. Because, you know, the kids love Bumblebee, so Hasbro just ranks out Bumblebee copies and ranks in the dough. But, awesome figure. I can totally see him getting the Matrix and becoming Optimus Prime from this. This just looks so totally awesome. I love the tires here in the back. The only problem, small, tiny, not even a problem I have, is that his legs are a tiny bit hollow, and his arms as well. That doesn't even bother me because of how great looking he is. But what we'll do now is we will transform him back to his vehicle mode. I've kept him in this glorious mode too long now. So what we gotta do, well, it's never too long. It's beautiful. But what we gotta do is we gotta flip his hands back up inside. And actually, I've always loved doing this in toys. Now it looks like it's like, hang on, it's like, my hand got chopped off. But I think that's really funny. Take that, rotate that down, straighten out his head, flop that down, take his chest. This part always scares me, because I don't know when it's gonna end. His leg came off again. I don't know. Oh, jeez. See, I don't know when that's actually gonna happen, so it scares me a little bit. Rotate these arms back. Rotate these forward. Okay. Rotate that like that. Okay. Flip these like this. And flip them underneath his legs. And just peg that together. Okay, that looks good. Bring this up like so. And actually come back to here. And we gotta take this, rotate this in. And rotate that like that. This part is a little tricky the first time you do it, but you'll get used to it. Take that and kind of just keep, I guess, now you can take this and take this forward, and this will all peg in and bring that down. That will clip in, take his elbows and bend them so that you can peg them in to his back section. Push everything in. And ladies and gentlemen, here you have Orion Pax back in his vehicle mode, which is a very cool vehicle mode. Honestly, the best out of the two is definitely the robot mode, in my opinion. I think it looks absolutely fantastic, has great articulation, it looks fantastic, has great paint apps. It is just a fantastic figure, guys. So I absolutely recommend him, and thanks for watching the video review of the Transformers Generations 30th Anniversary IDW Orion Pax, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great day.